for me as IT people, no, one of my criteria is looking at their overtime policy.
Oh.
Overtime policy. Kung parang pag kinausap mo and then parang medyo iffy yung lagi ba nag-OT, ganyan. Ano to, hindi masyadong planned out yung company na to kasi madalas masyadong mag-OT. No? So pero kung medyo strict sila in a sense like we don't like OT, right? That means they have that culture na we want things planned, proper, and hindi ka i-rush or pressure when hindi necessary.
So, welcome to Kaka-Computer, where tech meet wit and wisdom. So, for today's episode, we're gonna talk about top IT companies to work for, or ano ba yung mga hinahanap nyo sa mga IT companies na tingin nyo a great place to work for. Yeah. So, anyone, wanna start?
Yeah, I mean, of course, there are many factors, no? Like you said, meron tayong things like yung basics, which is dapat yung salary, compensation, HMO perhaps. But of course, there's also yung mga parang non-tangible ones. Yung leadership, kasi yung vision ng CEO sometimes, pag tinignan mo yung Glassdoor, sometimes yung CEO comment yung binabantay o binabarat ng mga tao, no?
Yeah.
No? So that could be it. And of course, innovation din. Like, you see that the company grows, right? So, yun din I think mga factors na pwede mo hanapin.
Yeah. How about you guys? Yes.
Super agree dun sa points ni Rafi. Apart from that, siguro depende din sa nasaan ka sa buhay mo. Depends on your priorities. May mga folks na naghahanap ng stability. May folks na naghahanap ng experience. Tapos may folks na naghahanap in the middle. So when I talk to people, when I give career advice, tatlong companies. So are you looking for a job in the corporate sector, at a startup, at a product startup, or at a consulting company? So if you want rapid experience, medyo extreme, doon ka sa not corporate, sa may consulting. Bakit? Short deadlines, ang daming projects. So bugbog ka sa trabaho, ang daming opportunities for growth. Kung gusto mo sobrang family na yung priority ko ngayon, corporate, kasi may stability, benefits are really good. Tapos you're just doing one function, pwede mo i-compartmentalize yung function mo. Pero if you want something in the middle, medyo gusto magpahinga muna from consulting, mag-product startup ka. You get to focus on one thing, make an impact, tapos medyo balance yung life mo. May times na magpupuyat ka, may sprinty sessions kayo, pero for the most part, medyo marathon yung atake nyo.
Siguro for me, yung you have parang great things that you have said. Siguro for me, what I could add na lang is yung work setup then. Siguro since we're parang if we've discussed this before pandemic, parang yun din sinabi sa ng CEO. Parang if we've discussed this before pandemic, we will be always like looking for the best place, like may work culture ba, maganda ba work culture. Pero ngayon siguro minsan hindi na ngayon maganda ba yung work setup? Ano ba yung current work setup? Will it actually cater you to have like work-life balance? Siguro for me, ang like it's not only like what's the system, but how the company enables you to have work-life balance, to have parang life outside of your work, or do they give like parang education PACS ba or something like that? Kasi I think the best companies still are those companies that parang focus on their employees, on skills of employees, on how well is the employees. So, I think that's what.
Yeah. I think sa akin, agree ako kay Jess Kasi, yun, parang merong different types of company na yung corporate, product startup, and consulting. And I think, magkakaiba rin talaga, in terms of technology naman, magkakaiba rin yung appetite nila when it comes to anong technology or frameworks yung ginagamit, di ba? For corporate, normally, mga stable frameworks yan, di ba? Hindi ko na sabihin mga outdated.
Stable,
di ba? Stable, yan Oh. So, I would say na, in terms of technology growth, sobrang hirap maghanap ng corporate na modern yung tech stack, 'di ba? Na using talaga yung parang latest trends.
Mm.
Oo. While sa sa product startup naman, I think doon laging 'di ba? Laging bago eh. Dito yung mga
Shiny
mga
tools.
shiny tools eh. Oo. So, pero yun, pa rin naman siya. Very exciting siya kasi nga you get to learn a lot of technologies. At the start pa lang ng career mo. Then sa consulting naman, ito magkakaiba eh. 'Di ba? Parang kasi possible ka na malipat sa iba't ibang project. Tapos magkakaiba yung tech stack rin na na hawak mo, and you get to experience that in one company. So I think for me siya, if depende nga rin doon sa doon sa target mo eh. Parang if you siguro wanna just to stick to one technology, na for example you're just a Java developer, gusto mo Java lang talaga yung hina-handle mo, baka more on baka mas madali makikita yun sa, let's say, corporate. You can also find it on other type, but baka mas mahirap siya kasi sa iba, sa product startup consulting, kailangan flexible ka, magkakaiba yung tech stack na alam mo, or kaya mo mag-adapt sa different technology. But kung gusto mo naman yun, sanay ka doon sa mga baka yung product startup or more consulting talaga yung hinahanap mo if gusto mong mag-juggle around talaga sa different technology. So I think yung isang napansin ko when it comes to to tech.
Yeah. Yung mga top companies before, no, sabi natin, let's say before, like say, I think a lot of us, I hope I'm right in this saying, no, a lot of us at one point maybe wanted to work at the parang big three, yung Google, Apple, Amazon, no? Kasi dati, parang, wow, ganda ng campus nila. Parang catered yung food, ganyan. Tapos, parang may iba pa nga. Well, other companies magsasabi na parang unlimited leave. Diba? Ito yung mga parang perks ng mga top company. Right? And some of these perks, I would say, are really nice. No? May na-experience na ba kayong mga perks na or may na gusto nyo? And may mga perks ba kayong hinahanap talaga?
Comment lang dun sa Only Leaves. Only Leaves nga, pero mahihiya ka naman mag-leave. So,
That's true.
Subject to strict approval.
So bilangin nyo, di ba? Parang, after a year, only leaves nga, pero bakit parang isa o dalawa lang? Oo.
Benefits or perks?
Na parang, uy, ganda talaga nito. Parang, I should consider this company kasi ganda ng benefit.
Never kong inisip yun. Inisip ko lagi yung yung technical challenges. Tsaka yung number 2, yung product. Ano ba yung ginagawa exactly ng company? So, okay, these guys are doing this. Tapos, may fit ba dun sa may capabilities ko? Perks, parang usually sinaswerte na lang ako na at least meron silang ample amount of leaves, good naman yung compensation. And I think most importantly, basta legal yung operations. Hindi fly-by-night.
Pogo pa.
Tama. Ikaw, Neil, meron kang...
Siguro sa akin yung current ko din, parang workplace. So I've been in IT pa lang around 1.5 year pa lang. So siguro I've been in 3 jobs na, and for those 3 jobs mostly RTO. So sabi ko, okay, nasanay na ako to work parang face to face, no, on physical office, no. Pero siguro one thing that in my current experience, having talaga yung parang dev house, I think it's not parang familiar or parang pretty common sa Philippines when we call that dev house or hacker house, no. Pero it is common on Silicon Valley like that. And siguro that's when my parang eyes become open, like, oh, ganito pala yung totoong like parang ganito pala yung parang maging like Silicon Valley type of parang experience na parang natutulog kayo tapos like parang may certain meeting like doon lang din, like parang you're it just opens a lot of communication then within the company, and that I think that's one thing that parang excites me during like parang like kinuha ko during that time. Pero syempre other than that, I think one thing then the parang perks is open communication, like parang you being involved with different not only the dev, because I think having the parang visibility on how business works, or like how you will be able to talk to with clients, or like how you could actually tell what you want. It's also a benefit or perks for me kasi I think for dev to actually like have a better parang development cycle, you need to also be involved with how you want to parang voice out kung ano yung mga gusto ng client or gagawin nyo as a company. How about
I think sa akin same with Jess eh. Parang nung nag-start din ako, hindi rin ako masyadong particular sa even salary actually. Siyempre personal. Pero siguro yung sa akin yung pinaka-memorable sa akin na hinahanap-hanap ko. Yung magdadab ka sa umaga tapos nagja-jablo ka sa gabi. So, parang yung culture niya is yung medyo parang dev house kasi nung nag-start kami. Tapos, syempre coding sa umaga, di ba? Client eh. Tapos parang lahat kayo,
laro.
Laro. Sila mag-aaya. Tapos,
One game,
pa yun, di ba? One game, tapos puta, hanggang 12 na kayo dun sa, hanggang 12 na kayo naglalaro.
Actually, ganyan nung meron kaming small dev company. One of the things nga na I think na-enjoy ng some of our developers is, yun nga, after work, nagiging parang coffee shop, internet cafe. Doon maglalaro. Ano pa to? Dota 1 pa ata to, no? Or kundi, Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Doon na. Hindi na kailangan lumabas.
Nagagawa niyo pa rin ba siya ngayon? Yung mga ganon?
Ooh. We try to. Project Zomboid din nilalaro na recently.
that's good one.
There was a time yung Left 4 Dead. 2 ba yun? Or 1? Parang okay guys, Left 4 Dead muna, ganyan na. Pero sa employer, perhaps, may mga, for our employer, meron ka bang gustong, meron ka bang parang, dapat i-offer namin to para we can get more talent?
Ay, ako pala. Ako pala nakatingin. I think sa amin, nung kasagsagan ng pandemic, even actually hanggang ngayon eh. Kasi dati puro on-site lang, di ba? So, well, so okay, on-site, siya. Na never naman talaga magiging parang big deal yung hybrid setup, work from home setup, di ba? Pero ngayon, yun ang yung nahanap talaga ng mga, mga developers eh. So, if you wanna be competitive in terms of talent acquisition, kailangan maglabas ka rin talaga na hybrid setup. So, I think hindi isa sa, sa parang, isa rin naisip na, it's time to, adapt to the new world na meron talagang maraming talent na miss out if you're not gonna offer like hybrid or remote work. Yeah.
Remote work, definitely. Parang, even before the pandemic, na namin yun, parang policy na namin. And it's something that worked kasi, especially in a multi-region company, parang unfair na parang nagko-collaborate kami sa Philippines, tapos yung nasa Indonesia and vice versa. So, para to balance the to level the playing field, di remote na lang tayo lahat para lahat tayo usap sa Slack na lang.
And before we move to our sponsor, gusto ko lang i-share to. One of the things na I saw before lang to, where madami pa yung hindi BPO, yung return to office or office setup pa. Certain IT companies provide in-house sleeping quarters. That's one. Which makes sense, no? Parang kung pagod ka or what, doon ka na lang matulog, shower, and then pasok again next day. And like I said, yung mga Google before, yung catering food, no? Food is always available. And may iba nga ako nakita na may in-house therapy. Both yung psychiatrist, parang work performance psychiatrist. At the same time, yung physical therapy, yung massage. Kasi kakapagod, di ba?
Magandang
parang gandang
Gandang
idea.
Parang, pamassage mo na ako, back massage, 15 minutes, ganun.
Yeah. Parang may nakita kong ganyan sa Japan. Yung
ano ba yan?
Sa Japan.
Trending. Mga developers sila, tapos merong nagmamassage sa kanila.
Pwede naman i-adapt yan dito if we feel na applicable dito. Right? You never know. Right? We can also look at how other countries look at retaining their talent. Kasi hindi naman necessarily ang best practice just is applicable to certain cities. Baka we can also learn from that. No? And so as I was saying, we'd like to thank our sponsor for this episode.
to build that collaborative team, you also have to be technically capable and training, right? So Tutorials Dojo, thank you. My company also provide that training for you. We provide free courses from Amazon Web Services, and of course, free exam samplers for exam certification. So visit Tutorials Dojo at portal.tutorialsdojo.com.
So since we were talking about some of the benefits and perks, no, and we mentioned culture as one of it. Culture is hard to measure, especially if you're coming in new pa lang, no, you're looking for that company. Of course, it would be easy if may backer ka na, di ba? Sabi nila backer, or may kilala ka na sa company na yon, parang at least meron kang ground truth to some extent na, oy, maganda dito sa kumpanya na to kasi ganito yung na-experience ko, ganyan. Pero kung wala, wala kang kilala, ganyan, there are, for me, no, certain things na you might want to look at, no. Of course, hindi lang necessarily Glassdoor, kasi sometimes yung Glassdoor, na-experience ko rin pala to. Glassdoor, pangit ng Glassdoor, pero outdated pala. So, outdated pala. Ang sinasabi sa Glassdoor doon, ganito, pero pag kausap mo yung mga tao na naiwan, after a few years, iba na yung
Yung umalis.
iba na talaga, no? Aside from that, one of the tips din narinig ko is during interviews, kung may office sila, pa-tour ka na sa office. Huwag lang dun sa conference room or dun sa
Best parts, yung beanbags nila.
Paikot ka na kung pwede, no? As long as hindi naman security risk. Paikot ka na. Tingnan mo lahat. No? They shouldn't have anything to hide. Tingnan mo yung CR nila, ganyan, may bidet ba?
Pag walang, hindi yan na to. Hindi culture fit.
No, I'm saying, culture pa naman din. Pero I'm saying, because there's things that, mahirap kasi measure yung culture, right? So, pag nakita mo, especially pag na-tour ka, makita mo parang happy yung mga employees, ganyan, edi, baka maganda yung culture doon.
What's a good working culture for you guys?
I think depende rin siya Parang kasi kung ako more, parang gahanap ng challenging project, yung mapupush talaga ako sa limit ko to learn new things. Parang I would look for a company na may mga impactful talaga yung project. So I would most likely look sa mga portfolio nila. Like, ano ba yung mga projects na wino-work on nila. Then check din siguro yung stock mo yung LinkedIn. Kung magagaling ba yung mga devs dito. Like, ano ba to? Could be mga active ba sa mga events, etc. So,
nagpo-podcast host, ganun.
Oo, Uy, walang doon. Walang promotion ng sarili. Yeah. So, depende siya tingin ko. Sa inyo ba? Anong yun?
Rafi?
Yung question is, what is a good culture, right?
For you. Yeah.
For me, as IT people, no, one of my criteria is looking at their overtime policy. Overtime policy. Kung parang pag kinausap mo and then parang medyo iffy yung lagi ba nag-OT, ganyan, hindi masyadong planned out yung company na to kasi madalas masyadong mag-OT. No? So, pero kung medyo strict sila in a sense like we don't like OT, right? That means they have that culture na we want things planned, proper, and hindi ka i-rush or pressure when hindi necessary. So, yun yung isa sa mga things. Tingnan ko yung OT culture.
So, more parang work-life balance.
Yeah.
Hindi naman sa about work-life balance lang kasi tinitingnan doon. It's more about kaya ba nila mag-plan well? Kaya ba nila mag-think well? Right? Hindi sila nagsuscope creep. And kasi OT, hindi ibig sabihin na lagi nag-OT financially stable. Minsan baka baliktad. Lagi OT kasi naghahabol kasi kailangan paubos ng runway. No?
Yeah.
So yun, isa sa mga things na tinitingnan ko.
Ikaw, Neil.
Siguro for me, since medyo bago pa lang din ako, siguro nung perspective ko na naghahanap ako before becoming a tech lead, nung naghahanap pa lang ako as a software engineer, siguro yung pinaka-hinahanap ko talaga na working culture is may transparency ba sa communication. Siguro yun yung parang, pero syempre ang hirap nun ang hirap nun parang alamin Pero siguro nung ini-interview ako, parang nagtatanong ako like, parang ano yung day-to-day na conversation nila. Do they have like 30, 60, 90 na mga growth plan with their manager? Or do they still have like one-on-ones with their manager? Or just parang, employee ka na, pero bahala ka na kung paano mo gustong like an interaction mo. Siguro yung parang mga ganon. Ask the right question then during interview. Like, parang it's important for them to know, like as an parang job seeker na meron bang kantong mga growth programs. Kasi lalo na if you're just like for those people na magi-start pa lang, na parang first job nila, mahirap kasi like parang if ikaw lang bahala, like lalo na if parang sa mga startup, diba? So like you're just building and like you will not have like any guidance. Pero for me, parang if you're starting, look for a company, look for a working culture that promotes parang guidance and also like parang growth itself. So yun yung akin.
Right.
But
I like yung growth angle. Agree din ako sa'yo, Rafi. So,
Thank you.
process. If you don't have the right process, talagang yung deployments nyo, parang it's a big event. Dapat, I think like for any tech company, parang one thing that I look at is, are deployments just a normal Tuesday or is it a big event? If it's a big event, then there's something wrong there.
Right.
And I like your answering growth, like yung coaching, career growth. So like both the soft and the hard stuff. I think there has to be a process in place.
Inversely naman, if you are the talent, and you want to be you want to be hired by the top tech companies. Ako, I'm not afraid to say hindi ako natanggap ng Amazon AWS several times, right? But I still consider myself a top tech talent, no? But how do you make sure you stand out? Parang may mga things ba kayong prepare, no? Like kailangan ba talaga mag-dress up? I mean, baka siguro medyo SOP naman konti na medyo maayos, no? Pero nakasuit ba talaga? Pero kidding aside, no? How do you, if you really want to be hired by what you consider a top tech company, may mga certain things ka bang dapat i-prepare?
GitHub
Portfolio.
profile if you're dev, portfolio in general. So parang up to date, show your projects, and then yun naman kailangan may stars pero at least you have something to show na I can do this, I can do that. So it builds credibility.
To be hired by the top tech talents, no?
I think so.
Top tech
Yeah.
companies.
Yeah, I think sa akin, almost same din
Build in public.
build-in public.
Yeah.
parang portfolio talaga yung isa. Kasi, actually, mas complex yung projects na na-handle mo. Parang mas siya sa akin, mas stand out siya. And if you could express it in a way na like, maybe just like a short description of the project that you work on. Instead na parang nakalagay project 1, tapos yun. Diba? So, parang it's easier to absorb yung, sobrang stand out na to. And most likely, pa siya, parang it would entice the like screener, yung nag-i-screen ng mga CV na, parang okay to let's interview. Yeah. And nabalita ko nga, meron nag-trending na post na inopera niya nila ng 500k USD per year na kasi
Ang ganda yun ata.
ang nakita
Taas.
lang nila is yung GitHub lang daw.
Oh.
Yung GitHub stats niya na sobrang daming contribution.
Oh.
Yeah. Medyo siya. Nag-trending yun
Top talaga to kung ganyan, no?
Top.
Pero yeah,
Top.
I'm not sure if talagang magaling Pero based from that.
Based from that,
Pero based
story.
from offer pa lang,
Nag-hire talaga nila Hindi ko na binasa yung comments hindi ko na nabasa yung comment.
Siguro
Yeah,
sa akin, yung pagdagdag na I think pinaka talaga asset mo as a dev na to be top tech talent, it's GitHub. Pero siguro, how do you parang enrich yung GitHub mo? Hindi lang yan paramihan, kasi siguro yung iba, may contribution ako araw-araw. So, parang paramihan na lang, like parang kailangan punuin. Pero minsan like kahit isang contribution, like parang sabihin mo, sa isang taon, 20 lang yung araw na nag-code ka. Pero yung 20 na yon, you build your own project. Siguro yun yung yun yung to become a tech talent, you don't go with like the usual tutorials, 'di ba? Like mga ready to made na mga mga programs out there like copy paste. even like sobrang dami mong sobrang dami mong project sa GitHub, you will not be a top tech talent. Pero siguro one thing lang, once per quarter, build your own project. Build something that resonate to you. Or sabihin natin, if you can't build something that resonate to you, parang hindi ka currently wala kang idea, you can there's a lot of open source project here in Philippines.
Right.
So you could just contribute on that. And with that, you're already saying na even wala ka pang trabaho, you're already having work experience because you're already working in parang real world project. So siguro for me, enrich not only GitHub, but enrich it with the right project and with the right contribution. Hindi lang for cloud, for talagang contribute. So yeah.
And to target your top tech company that you wish for, study the company.
Mm.
No? So of course, meron tayong style na if you're playing the field, then okay. But if you really look for, may ideal company ka, gusto mo talaga dun, study that company. Look at the culture, look at the people. And some companies, you can actually apply many times. May stories ako dito. Apply sila ng 5 to 10 times before they got it. And every time they got and try it, they got themselves better. Hindi negative to the interviewer or to the screener na paulit-ulit ka nag-a-apply dun. As long as show mo you're incrementally improving. No? So kung ma-reject ka sa top company now, don't worry. You can still apply to that company again and again and again.
Targeted, no? So parang kung Amazon, ito yung stack nila, so I'll learn.
Azure.
Tama.
Target. Kung gusto mo talaga yun, parang ideal mo yun, parang you feel like dun ka ma-fulfill, then study that company.